What's going on today, YouTube? It's your favorite Call of Duty personality, Optic Big Bob, and we got a special treat for you guys today. Oh yeah, we've been working on a tip video in Rebirth for you guys, and I wanted to share a couple of tips from Big Bob to you guys. It doesn't matter how skilled you guys are, if you're intermediate, advanced players, if you're basic players, I try to put things in this video to make y'all's experience better and things that you guys can take from this video and apply to your gameplay to hopefully dominate, boys. We put a lot of work into this, boys, so hope you guys enjoy. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel because every single day we upload the best content from Big Bob, Optic Big Bob, right to this YouTube channel. So make sure you guys like the video as well. Give us a little algo, comment down below, algorithm, or help us out on the algo. You know what I'm talking about, bro? And honestly, boys, try to include some of these tips into y'all's gameplay so you guys can dominate like Big Bob. Hope you guys enjoy this banger with BPG. Oh yeah. All right, boys, so we are going for the quick loadout, you guys. Ooh, cash drop. The random cash drops are pretty nice. But, boys, we are going for the fastest loadout in Rebirth, boys. If you guys go to living quarters in the basement here, it's the second house. It's usually a party in here. We got the 8K bag, boys, the fastest loadout in the game. If you guys, it's usually a party too. So every time you land here, boy, it's usually people. But if you look in the yellow house in the basement, there's going to be an 8K bag there about 50% of the time. And if it's not there, I mean, you can still be kind of aware. I've talked about how good question marks are, boys. Question marks are a good way to get your loadout as well. So yes, I already got the 8K bag. I could go buy the loadout, but I want to show you guys what you could do if it wasn't there. I mean, just being aware. I mean, I told you guys how much money supply runs get you guys. Look at the left side. The supply run gets you $4,000 in a team-based game mode. In team-based game modes, it's a little bit less, but if you're playing solos and you finish a question mark, it's 8K. And then also, do not forget, as soon as you finish a question mark, you get a UAV. Look at that on the top left. You guys got the UAV. So in a supply run, as soon as you finish it, a UAV will pop up. If you get a bounty, a question mark could be three things. It can either be a supply run, a scavenger, or a bounty. If it's a supply run, it's super easy. Scavenger, as soon as you open that last third box, that last chest, the UAV will pop up. Or if it's a bounty, you have to kill the bounty. If it gets poached, you're not going to get the UAV, but you still get a little extra bread. But it's pretty dope. Super easy to get a quick loadie with this method. Honestly, if I'm ever doing a challenge or if I ever need to get a quick loadout, coming to the yellow building in headquarters or in living quarters is the easiest way to get a loadout, in my opinion. You get these Randys with some great death comms as well, boys. All right, so that shows y'all the living quarters one, boys. Let me show y'all one other thing, boys. You guys may have already seen this when we used to do this, boys, but it's been a little while since we've done this. I know it was super hyped up when right when it came out. It was a lot of fun. I did it. This was actually my most viral TikTok. If you guys aren't following me on TikTok, make sure y'all stop by. This is my most viewed TikTok I've ever had. If you guys missed it, we're in the basement of bioweapons lab. We're in the basement of bioweapons lab. You come here, pull this shower. As soon as you go to the basement, the first shower, after you spit out, or you'll pull it, it's going to spit out some cash. And then after a couple things of cash comes out, you're going to get the forgotten key card. Once you get the forgotten key card, boys, we are going to go work our way to Stronghold to get specialist. I know we've done this before, but I just wanted to remind you guys as well that this is fun. And it's just a little refreshing way to just keep the game going. I mean, this game's been out for a while. It's just fun to do new things. You can do the specialists from the bioweapons. There's also the Easter egg. If you guys haven't seen the Easter egg, with the TVs in the cells, you can find the 6 remotes. Once you get the 6 remotes, TVs will turn on and the phone will start ringing, and then the phone rings with a code and it gives you that code, that long 8-digit code. Or you can go to any of the other 3 bunkers that I've done a video on that as well if you guys want to go watch that video as well. There's just a couple options you can do. I mean, Rebirth is pretty fun in this. I play this game all day, every single day, so I wanted to again share a little tip video with some little tips and tricks that y'all might not be aware of that can really help me go a long way. And I just wanted to share them with you guys. Oh shit. Well, this guy just took my key card. So these guys just killed me. They took my key, and I would almost bet anything they're not actually going to the bunker. They are not going to the bunker. These guys have no interest in going to the bunker. That's actually baffling. And one thing I will say is something funny is I recorded this yesterday, and I got everything done yesterday, but I had it in the wrong size, so nothing worked. If you guys see someone coming across the map kind of like this, or if you see someone working their way across the map just in a hurry, a lot of times people are coming to the bunker with the key card. So if you see a guy just kind of working his way from bioweapons to Stronghold in a car, most likely he's got the key card. So I died. These guys didn't pick up the key card, but I was able to come back here. I still got my loadout and I got specialists. Let's go. So right now I'm just playing with Daryl right now. We did duo trios. I think our teammate left. However many teammates you have on your team is however many specialist perks are going to come out of it. If it was quads and you had 4 teammates, you're going to get 4 specialists. Or if it was solos and you open it, you're just going to get 1. It's just a quick little tip quick trip to get you guys some specialists, another loadout, and then also, boys, the question marks, boys, the question marks. I'm telling you guys, the question marks are the biggest sleeper in this game, you guys. Question marks, even from competitive sides, competitiveness to trying to get high kills or just to get your loadout, whatever it may be, it's going to give you double money. And not only that, you guys, leveling up your weapons. If you guys level up your weapons, this is a great method. So here, look, we've already opened up 2 of them. Keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on this. I wanted to show you guys, you're going to get the UAV. As soon as you open that 3rd chest, you're going to get that UAV. All right, so chat, we are going to show you guys another loadout real quick off the rip. You've already seen the yellow house in your headquarters. Boys, these question marks. In solos, question marks are an instant loadout because solos, you get 8K for finishing as a question mark, but if it's a team-based game mode, it's a little bit less because it's split up. It's still the same mode. It's still the same amount, but it's split. So this might actually be the big game bounty. Or this might be the question mark. The only problem with the question marks is sometimes with these bounties. The bounties, you have to get the bounties you got to work for. So yeah, question marks are super dope. That's the bounty. I just pinged the bounty. Can you try and go for that guy? He's in the live stall right next. If you go up the stairs, he's in the stall, literally right on my ping on the right. If that's you, yeah, he's right. He's about to come out. Nice. Clutch. So I made good comms. So I died right there. I did not kill the big game bounty, but I made great comms to my teammate. I was able to stay aware. I saw that on the left side of the screen, that was the guy that killed me, and I made a call out to my teammate, yo, let's go push that guy to get the loadie. Now he's got the bread. So just even a little bit of comms, even though I died right there, I was able to calm it out. So even in some situations, being a good teammate can go a long way. I called that out. I told the guy, I told my teammate that that was the bounty that killed me. He was weak, and I told him in the exact location, and that was him. And that was just super easy. That just worked out perfect. So a little bit of teamwork can also go a long way. Just staying aware. One thing I also like to do, especially in prison, if you're unsure what floor things are on, you can always ping them. Always had a big problem. It'll tell you it's above or below it. I mean, you can see the little arrows if you guys don't know this. I mean, if you guys see the arrow below says it's below us. Let me go down so you'll see something that's above us. Or is there something above us? There's nothing above us pinging, but let me show you. All right. So we're on the ground floor. Things that are above us, you see the supply drop, it's got that little arrow above it. That means it's above us. Something in the basement, a bounty, it's got the arrow below it, it's below it. So if you guys are ever unsure about what floor things are on, you can ping it, or you can have your teammates ping it. Be like, yo, Daryl, I'm being chased by somebody. Can you ping the supply run so you don't have to pull your map up? Just little things like that can go a long way. And then leveling up your weapons. I wanted to talk about leveling up your weapons, you guys. I know whenever these new weapons come out, everyone loves to level up the new weapons immediately as soon as possible. You guys, one thing that people don't realize is you guys can level up your weapons in Rebirth so fast. If you have 4 people or even 3 people spamming contracts, so the idea of this is when you're doing these contracts, you have your weapon out. So let's just say the Diamante is the new weapon. As long as you have your main weapon out, you're going to get the XP, and you want to pop double weapon XP. And basically what this does is every contract you do, you get a higher multiplier. So we've already completed 7 contracts. So we're going to get a 7 times multiplier. I'm going to just keep pinging some supply runs and going after these supply runs and just showing you guys. So if a new weapon came out, you would get the loadout. You want to get your loadout and then start spamming these contracts. And as long as everyone on your team has the weapon out, they're going to get the weapon XP for that gun. So if you're popping double weapon XP and you do 15, 16, 17 of these multipliers, you're going to be able to level up your gun within 2 games. As soon as you complete the contract, everybody has the weapon out right before you get the XP. And that's what I always do whenever the new weapons come out. If you guys watch me on the Twitch streams, that is, I always have my guns leveled up just about before anybody. And I do this. You just spam contracts, and I promise you guys, pop a double weapon XP, spam these contracts, and you're going to get so much money. I mean, you can already see we have like $25,000, or I had like $25,000. So spamming contracts just gets you more money, and the more you do, you want to try and do as many as you can. If you only do like 5 or 6, it's not going to be too beneficial. But once you get to 15, 16, 17, you're going to get the extremely high multipliers. And not only does that multiplier help with your XP, but it also helps with your weapon XP, and that's what makes you level up super quick, especially when you pop in double XP. It's literally 2 games of farming contracts, and you get basically your weapon maxed out. So those are just a couple of tips I wanted to share with you guys, and just being aware, just awareness, having good comms that can go a long ways. I mean, sometimes, I don't give the best comms depending on the day, but if you're ever in a competitive environment and you want to help your team with the best of their abilities, or if we all have gifted subs in the line, we certainly will be. We'll be getting sweaty, try hard, and doing everything we can do to help our team. So just little things like that. I mean, little things like that. Like I see a guy right here on the mini map, just staying aware. I'm always constantly looking at my mini map. I see there's a guy on the mini map right there. There's a couple guys fighting over there. So if you're ever looking for gunfight, or if you're ever looking for fights, I'm always aggressive. I always like pushing people. Just knowing where to look for people is a great way to start. So just having an eye for your mini map. I mean, there's pings all the time. There's a ping in headquarters. Sometimes it's from airstrikes or precision airstrikes going off or clusters. But just mini-map awareness, communication between teammates. Those are just some of the few things. In audio, having your audio. I have a great headset. I got my audio cranked up. I don't like to have my teammates too loud. I really like to be able to hear footsteps. And when you can really know exactly where someone is based off their footsteps, you can play to your advantage and hopefully just outmaneuver somebody and just get ready to just dominate. But we got another question mark, boys. Look at this money. You get $9,000 for killing this question mark. UAV.
Foot patrol.
All right, well, we got the big game. We got another question mark. So again, as soon as you finish the question mark, boys, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get the UAV. Anytime if you finish the supply run of the scav, you're gonna get it. But if the bounty gets poached, you're not gonna get the UAV. We got Daryl over here just absolutely roughhousing these bots. Daryl, would you quit picking on these little bots? Can you buy a UE? Or maybe two? Since it's a fire sale too. Yeah. You want to buy me back, Mr. Daryl? All right, boys. So right there, we just finished another question mark. We killed a bounty, and we got another UAV. So like I said, you guys, marking contracts. There's a contract above me, and there's a contract here. But just simply marking it just can show you which one's the closer one. And what I'm going to do is, well, Daryl had a fire sale, and we just kind of splurged. All right, boys, fire sale. So staying away right here. The second zone just closed completely. There's always a fire sale in Rebirth, boys. Being able to, at 106, there's always a fire sale. So right there, I wanted to go buy a self-res, but I wanted to wait a second to be aware for the fire sale. Oh, I know that the second zone just stopped. The third circle popped up, and it's as soon as 106, on the far left, 106, there's always a fire sale. So if you plan accordingly, you can go over there, buy a self-res, buy a couple UAVs, munitions box, gas mask, prepare for the end game, whatever you need to do to set yourself up for a position to win the game. But what we're going to do is I just picked up a big game bounty. Big game bounties are huge if you're trying to go for high kill games or just trying to win the game or just know where everyone is at. So once you get this big game bounty, you guys, what this does is it's going to target the player with the most kills in the lobby. So it's going to give you the bounty on the player with the most kills in the lobby. So this player is most likely going to be a good player. It's going to be sweaty. And as soon as you kill this guy, you are going to get another advanced UAV. You're not going to get any UAVs. You're going to get a straight advanced UAV. So now we know exactly where every single player on the map is. So even if these guys have Ghost, it's going to ping these guys exactly where they are with Ghost. Whatever they got, we will know. I mean, I literally am looking at the minimap. I know there's a guy right here. This guy's going to probably think I'm cheating because I'm looking at the minimap. I mean, you get the big game bounties. Oh, shit. All right, well, this guy's going to think I'm cheating. Oh, I don't have a... I'm literally just looking at my mini-map here. I know exactly where this guy is. I don't have to hear him. I mean, I can hear him, but I'm literally just... Look at my eyes. I'm literally just looking at my mini-map, looking exactly where that guy was. That's how... I mean, having these big game bounties or any type of advanced UAV just allows you to just literally know exactly where every single player is. All right, what's up, you guys? We got another couple little tips we're going to show you guys real quick. So in this one, we're going to show you guys how to bring your teammates back quicker. In Rebirth, we all know it's a respawn game mode, and when you're waiting for your teammates to respawn back and you're the only one left, you do not want to die. But there's a few things that you can do to make your teammates come back a little bit quicker that you might not already know about. So there's a couple things. The first thing I want to show you guys is when you're the only one left, there's a respawn timer. You guys know that. The respawn timer is going to show you how long your teammates are coming back in, or even in solos, how long you're coming back in. But little things like picking up contracts. If you pick up a contract, you can knock 3 seconds off the timer. If you pick up a chest, if you open up a chest, it'll knock off another 3 seconds off the respawn timer. All right, so you guys, at the beginning of every game, the respawn timer is slow. So you guys can see right there, Daryl's got a 23 seconds timer on the bottom left-hand corner. You pick up a contract, it's going to cut 3 seconds off that timer. It's going to go down to 15 seconds. You open up a chest, it's going to cut down another 3 seconds off that timer. So if you're the only one left and you're afraid that you're going to die and you really, really want to win the game, a couple things you can do is open up chests and pick up a contract to cut down the timer. Yeah, splat. So other things you can do, this one's a little bit more risky, you guys. Other things you can do, every time you down somebody, You guys can see every time you down, it's going to take 2 more seconds off the timer. And every time you thirst, it's going to take 7 seconds off the timer. So every time you down or thirst someone, it's going to take seconds of time off the timer. So if you're the last one left, I mean, it really depends on every situation. But let's just say, there's 7 seconds on the timer. I'm about to die. I thirst this guy. I die, but I still get my teammates back in time to get them in, but I die. So, I mean, just being aware of little things like that. Just in this tip video, I wanted to show you guys a couple ways to maybe just improve your game a little bit. And when you're waiting for your teammates to come back, if you die, the game is over, boys. So opening chests, picking up contracts, that takes time off. And also downing somebody takes off 2 seconds, and then thirsting someone takes off another 6 or 7 seconds as well. So that helps as well. Other things you guys can do as well is you can hit the buy station. Every time you go over to a buy station, Daryl, you can see the little timer on the bottom left, and this works in solos as well. This works in solos. Every time you buy a loadout, that's going to take off 8 seconds. If I buy plates, it's going to take off another 2 seconds. But I wanted to show you guys something else as well. So a lot of finessing comes to just outmaneuvering your enemies. Windows are a pain in the butt. But one thing I wanted to show you guys is a healing through windows. You can jump through windows and heal at the same time if you jump up on the top of the window. So at the point where you jump and you set yourself at the window or on the railing, you can heal at the same time. All right, so I wanted to show you guys again, plating through the healing. So being able to move and finesse on the same, being able to heal and move at the same time is perfect. So what you want to do is you want to be able to jump at the top of the window. So if you get yourself at the top of the window, if you time your jump at the top of the window, you can jump and heal at the same time like this. If you run up to a window while you're healing and simply do this, it's going to cancel your heal. So I got some guy chasing me. So to make it best efficiently, you want to jump on the top of the seal at the peak of your jump, and then you're going to be able to hit your heal.
Bro, both of them were downstairs.
I'm one guy here, bro. I mean, it's just finesse, bro. It's just a finesse. My finesse is simply best. I also wanted to talk about these radar towers, boys. These radar towers are in this game. There's a couple of them spread out across the map. There's one on bioweapons. There's one on chemical. There's one in Nova. There's one in living quarters at the tents. There's one in Stronghold. I wanted to show you guys one thing real quick. Getting onto the roof of chemical engineering, boys. If y'all did not know this, dude, this big building in chemical engineering, people sit up here and watch this ladder. Oh, the ladder is not the only way up there. People head glitch that ladder all the time. Either anyway, you can go up on this side. You can mantle up on this side. Or you can mantle up on this side. So if someone's ever on top of this rooftop, bada bing, bada boom, boys. I'm telling y'all. If someone's shooting you on this side, though, if someone's shooting you over here, you come up on this side. And right here, boys, this is a $1,500. I see exactly where this guy is. You're coming up the tower, bro. What are you doing? I'm going to let this guy... Actually, let's just wipe his ass. Let's wipe. I'm dead. Bro, you are messing with Big Bob, bro. You're going to go on the... You're going to go on the tip. This is a tip video, and you're going to have a rage on the tip video. I'm going to have my editor... I'm going to have to hook this man up because I told him this was a tip video, and now this is going to be a rage video too? Come on, man. You guys get everything. They're kind of scattered across the map. For $1,500, you can activate this puppy, and it's just a radar tower.
I'll get us in there.
And it makes a noise. It makes this noise. So enemy players can hear this. So this guy that just pinged on the map, I just pinged this guy right there. He hears this noise. So if this guy's aware, he's like, oh, this guy just pinged a UAV tower. And he's like, what is it? What's that noise over there? That guy has no idea what's going on. But I just bought a UAV tower for $1,500. It's about 4 pings. So early game or late game, if you're in an area and you're near one of these towers and you got $1,500 and you just want to see if someone's around you, just pop that in there real quick. It's a great way to see if someone's around you. This is another little spot. It might not be the most, might not be the craziest spot, but sometimes getting on this roof is really pesky. And I just want to show you guys an extra way to get on this roof. Or even inside this building. You can sneak around over here. Like this guy might not know that I'm over here. Or you could still mantle on top of the roof. Oh, I messed that up. You have to like get over to the edge and then mantle. Yeah, there you go. There you go. And just little things in prison, you guys. Little things in prison. Being able to jump up on these little stairways. I have outmaneuvered. I've finessed kids in prison so many times by jumping on these little ledges. You do not jump up on this blue thing. That's a 2-step. That's 2 steps. You see how long that takes? That's 1 mantle, 2 mantle. That's you cut that in half. You go right up. I'm telling you, little things like that, especially in prison. Any of these little ledges like this, you can jump right on up. This one's my favorite. You can jump up on this ledge. You come up out of the basement. Okay, someone's chasing you out of the basement. You turn right up in here, you're gone. You come right back. Where'd that guy go?
Yo, no way.
No, what do you mean, bro? That's the mantle that I've been talking about. All these explanations on the mantling and the moves. I'm telling you, you put it to a use, these guys are gonna be spinning around clueless like an owl, dude. All right, boys, we're dropping into living quarters this side. I'm gonna show you guys a couple jumps on living quarters. You guys know I love to get the cash over here in this yellow building, boys. There's also a lot of jumps over here that you could use to your advantage. Whenever someone's on the second floor of these buildings, boys, these two far buildings, these two far left buildings, the one closest to the big white building, however you want to, like, this guy just jumped out of the window, boys. Most of the time people camp at the top of the stairs. I die, boys. I have died running up these stairs so many times. People hold this stairwell and there's just not much to strafe. You never want to push up this stairwell. Instead of pushing up the stairwell, like I said, all you got to do is just hop over here, give him a little flank stake, and boom him down. And it works for all these houses. These last two left houses. The other two houses on the other side are kind of built differently. The sides on the other side. But this works out great. And then even if you want to get into the big house over here. If you want to get into the big house over here from this building, I can't tell you how many times in quads. Maybe bust out the windows to make sure you don't have any problems jumping through the windows. But you can jump through these windows. I mean, there's a guy just camping. I mean, this is literally camper paradise. There we go. So you can mantle from the second. And these little rat bastards are just sitting in every corner waiting. And I talked to you guys about healing and finessing. I mean, being able to do it on the run is so crucial. Whenever you're able to move around and still move around and still heal or do something to get ready for the next enemy is always big. And one more thing I wanted to show you guys. This building is super crucial. I mean, actually, I'll show you one more thing over here in these living quarter buildings. I mean, if someone is really being a rat, you can do this, but most of the time people aren't as ratty on these. Those two buildings are the biggest rats because it's close to that one. But I mean, if these guys in the far two buildings are giving you a problem, I mean, you can jump into this back window and come into the rear, but that doesn't really help you as much as these other ones do. But one or two other jumps I wanted to show you guys. Oh, this was a great one in chemical engineering. You can never forget the chemical engineering jump. I've finessed so many people on this one, boys. This was a great jump. This little thing right there, you don't even do anything except you literally just sprint and jump, and the auto mantles there for you. Then you jump again. So one more time. This one's a really, really easy one. You just you jump the first time off the box, and you literally line it up perfectly, and it auto mantles you on that little box. That's one of my favorite jumps. I've finessed so many kids from chemical engineering. All right, boys, another thing I wanted to show you guys is there's balloons. Balloons got added to Rebirth, boys. So what I will say is, you guys, these balloons are not that high. So this balloon, it looks high and it's cool, but it might not be that cool. It's $500 to buy, and if it's got the arrow up, that means it's available. But if it's got something like, where's that X? So I think there's 5 balloons in Rebirth, 4 or 5 in Rebirth. There's one here. There's one in Docks. There's one in Stronghold, and sometimes there's one over here in Harbor, but it's not there. I think there's actually only 4. So there's 4 locations. They don't spawn every time, and they don't really send you that high up. So you got to kind of use them accordingly. So if I was over here, if I was trying to rotate, or if someone was on this building, I mean, it's pretty good for getting on top of buildings close by, but that's about it. I mean, you can go kind of far, and you don't really have to pull your parachute as long as you're making that animation. I've been getting kind of caught up on the ledges, so I've been going to the roof this way because you don't really glitch. I used to go to the roof this way, but you kind of get stuck right here a little. I used to get stuck right there on that little wedge. But I wanted to show you guys, this is my favorite mantle. I love this mantle. You can get to the roof this way. Finesse. I mean, there's so many ways. You can still even, if for some reason you were right here, you can still jump into this position and still get there. This is my favorite mantle on this roof. I love this mantle. I mean, there's so many ways to get on this roof. I mean, any of these windows you can jump up on. It's pretty self-explanatory. You guys know the deal. You can jump in from that one. You can jump in onto this one. You can jump onto the roof from this side. So just being able to finesse in certain spots just goes such a long way. And then I wanted to show you guys another way on the back side of this building. I have a hard time sometimes hitting this jump. Sometimes you do it from this window. And you can jump to the roof this way. But I wanted to show you guys the one that my favorite is this one. You can jump into this window. I seem to never, I usually never miss that one. So if you wanted to get to the top of this building, And then also over here, boys, these guys, this guy has no clue that I can do this. Oh, this other guy was shooting at me. Oh, you can get up onto this lighthouse building. All right, one more time, boys. You got a mantle. There we go. I did it. Here we go. No, I didn't do it. It's about to show you guys another finesse, boys. I never thought you could get onto this roof. This roof would be so frustrating for me. I used to only think you could get on from that side. Boys, look how easy it is to get on this roof. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, I'm onto the roof. I'm up in here. I mean, these guys are literally the last team left. I'm over here finessing these guys. I'm gonna go get on the roof again because I used to think that this was the only way on the roof. I used to think that that was the only way on the roof, but it's not. I think you can even get up from this way. Yeah, you can get up from that way too. So just being able to knowing your mantles. I mean, dude, I'm telling you, I've been able to just shake and bake Ricky Bobby style on these bots. What's up, everybody? I hope you guys enjoyed this tip video. Again, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We upload my best Warzone content, lots of Alcatraz, lots of Rebirth every single day to the YouTube channel regarding new weapons, new attachments on certain guns, or even tip videos we've been working on. Anything that you guys might want to enjoy watching or be able to apply to yourselves and to be able to dominate like Big Bob, boys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Stop by the live streams. We stream live every single day on Twitch at twitch.tv/BobbyPoffGaming. If you guys want to support me, you guys can stop by Twitch. You guys can subscribe to the YouTube channel. So stop by my other social platforms, the TikTok, Instagram, the YouTube Shorts channel. We are also on Twitter. We have a podcast. We have everything, boys. So I appreciate all the love lately from the Scarf Squad. And like I said, boys, I just hope you guys got one or two things from this video to apply for yourselves and y'all be able to dominate and Rebirth, boys. So I'll see you guys on the freaking battlefield, baby. Oh, yeah.